Hello students, welcome to this class of the physics. Okay. So students, last time आपण work done in stretching wires चा फॉर्म्युला बघितलेला आहे. Work done in stretching wires चा फॉर्म्युला काय आहे? Work done is equal to half into stretching force into elongation. Okay. So this is the formula for work done in stretching the wire. In short, this formula is written as half into F into L. Okay. Work done is given by formula half into F into L, and this work is stored in the form of strain energy, and therefore this is also the formula for the strain energy also. म्हणजे लक्षात घ्या, वर्क डनचा फॉर्म्युला विचारला तर लगेच फॉर्म्युला तुम्हाला आठवला पाहिजे, हाफ इंटू फोर्स इंटू इलॉंगेशन. वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू हाफ इंटू फोर्स इंटू इलॉंगेशन. किंवा स्ट्रेन एनर्जीचा फॉर्म्युला जरी विचारला तरी देखील फॉर्म्युला हा आठवला पाहिजे. स्ट्रेन एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू हाफ इंटू फोर्स इंटू इलॉंगेशन. हाफ इंटू फोर्स इंटू इलॉंगेशन, दॅट इज द स्ट्रेन एनर्जी. ओके. आता सपोज क्वेश्चन मध्ये असं सांगितलं बघा. सपोज क्वेश्चन इज लाईक दिस. टू वायर्स आर stretched by सेम फोर्स म्हटलं तर काय होणार बघा, सेम फोर्स. क्वेश्चन मध्ये असं सेंटेन्स असेल की टू वायर्स आर स्ट्रेच्ड बाय सेम फोर्स, तर त्या केसमध्ये आता फोर्स आणि हाफ हे कॉन्स्टंट येणार. मग त्या केसमध्ये वर्क डन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू काय येणार आहे, इलॉंगेशन येणार आहे. म्हणजे नेहमी लक्षात ठेवा, if two wires are stretched by same force, work done or the strain energy. Work done is directly proportional to elongation लिहू शकताय, और strain energy is directly proportional to elongation लिहू शकताय. लक्षात येते. and therefore ratio of work done जर विचारला तर W1 by W2 is equal to काय येणार आहे, L1 by L2 येणार आहे. और रेशियो ऑफ स्ट्रेन एनर्जी येणार आहे U1 by U2 is equal to काय येणार आहे, L1 by L2 येणार आहे. दिस इज अ व्हेरी इंपॉर्टंट पॉइंट, लक्षात घ्या. ओके. पण हे कधी असा फॉर्म्युला येतो, W1 by W2 इज इक्वल टू L1 by L2 किंवा U1 by U2 इज इक्वल टू L1 by L2. कधी येतं, सेम फोर्स असेल तर. क्वेश्चन मध्ये तसं मेन्शन केलेलं असेल तर. सेम फोर्स इज अप्लाइड, रेशियो ऑफ वर्क डन असं विचारलं तर हे लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. नेक्स्ट, सपोज असं सांगितलं, टू वायर्स आर मेड अप ऑफ सेम मटेरियल. दोन वायर्स सेम मटेरियलचे आहेत अँड आर आयडेंटिकल, आणि दोन्ही वायर आयडेंटिकल पण आहेत. तर डब्ल्यू आणि एल मधला आता रिलेशन काय येणार आहे, तर हे रिलेशन थोडंसं वेगळं येते बघा. हा, व्यवस्थित बघा. वन सेकंड बघा. वर्कडनचा फॉर्म्युला काय आहे, हाफ इंटू फोर्स इंटू इलॉंगेशन. अँड यू नो द फॉर्म्युला फॉर द फोर्स. फॉर्म्युला फॉर द फोर्स इज यल बाय एल ना. ओके. सेम फॉर्म्युला वी आर गोइंग टू यूज नाउ हियर. ओके. सो वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू हाफ force is ya small l divided by capital L into small l as it is. So work done is given by formula half ya small l square divided by capital L. Okay. Now इथे बघा, या क्वेश्चन मध्ये काय म्हणलंय, टू वायर्स आर मेड अप ऑफ सेम मटेरियल म्हटलंय. सेम मटेरियल म्हणजे दोघांचा यंग्स मॉड्युलस सेम असणार आहे. टू वायर्स आर आयडेंटिकल मीन्स एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन इज सेम, लेंथ इज ऑल्सो सेम, हाफ इज ऑल्सो कॉन्स्टंट. तर या केसमध्ये काय होणार आहे, वर्क डन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू एल स्क्वेअर येणार आहे. अँड देअरफॉर रेशियो ऑफ वर्क डन जर विचारला तर आता आन्सर काय येणार आहे, W1 by W2 इज इक्वल टू L1 by L2 ब्रॅकेट स्क्वेअर येणार आहे. म्हणजे लक्षात येते का. और स्ट्रेन एनर्जीच्या स्वरूपात लिहायचं झालं तर U1 by U2 इज ऑल्सो इक्वल टू काय येणार आहे, L1 by L2 ब्रॅकेट स्क्वेअर येणार आहे. लक्षात येत आहे. म्हणजे W1 by W2 इज इक्वल टू L1 by L2 पण येतंय, and W1 by W2 is equal to L1 by L2 स्क्वेअर पण येते. ओके. ते कशावर डिपेंड आहे, क्वेश्चन मध्ये काय इन्फॉर्मेशन दिलेली आहे त्याच्यावर ते डिपेंडंट असणार आहे. टू वायर्स आर स्ट्रेच्ड बाय सेम फोर्स असं जर म्हटलं तर W1 by W2 is equal to L1 by L2. and टू वायर्स आर मेड अप ऑफ सेम मटेरियल अँड आयडेंटिकल आहे असं म्हटलं तर वर्क डन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू एल स्क्वेअर येतं. ओके. सो दीज आर व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट पॉइंट्स, ओके, दॅट यू शुड रिमेंबर. इथं आणखी एक महत्वाची गोष्ट मी तुम्हाला सांगतो. वन मोर इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग. हे बघा, वर्क डन इज गिवन बाय फॉर्म्युला हाफ इंटू फोर्स इंटू इलॉंगेशन, किंवा वर्क डन म्हणण्यापेक्षा हा जो फॉर्म्युला आहे तो बेसिकली स्ट्रेन एनर्जीचा फॉर्म्युला आहे. Okay, strain energy is given by formula half into force into elongation. ओके, आणि ऍक्च्युअल वर्क डन जे आहे, ऍक्च्युअल वर्क डन बाय एक्सटर्नल एजन्सी, आता एक्सटर्नल एजन्सी म्हणजे काय, तो पर्सन असणार आहे किंवा ते मशीन असणार आहे जे स्ट्रेच करणार आहे. ओके, वर्क डन बाय एक्सटर्नल एजन्सी किती असणार आहे, वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू तो फोर्स लावलेला असणार आहे एफ आणि इलॉंगेशन होणार आहे एल. हे बघा, ही एक महत्वाची गोष्ट आहे. एखादी वायर जर स्ट्रेच केली तर स्ट्रेन एनर्जी त्याच्यामध्ये एनर्जी किती स्टोर होते, स्ट्रेन एनर्जी म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये स्टोर झालेली एनर्जी, एनर्जी किती स्टोर होते, हाफ इंटू एफ इंटू एल. आणि त्याला स्ट्रेच करायला एक्सटर्नल एजन्सी किती वर्क डन करणार आहे, दॅट इज एफ इंटू एल. बघा इथं पूर्णपणे आपल्याला डिफरन्स दिसतोय. ओके, डिफरन्स काय दिसतोय, एनर्जी वर्क डन केलं एक्सटर्नल एजन्सीला एफ इंटू एल आणि एनर्जी स्टोर झाली हाफ एफ इंटू एल, म्हणजे 50% एनर्जीज काय होते, स्टोर होते, असा त्याचा मिनिंग झाला. हे नोट करायचं आहे व्यवस्थित. ओके, तर लक्षात घ्या, व्हेन ए वायर इज स्ट्रेच्ड, व्हेन अ वायर इज स्ट्रेच्ड काय होतंय, 50% energy is stored, 50% energy is stored because half म्हणजे 50% ना, and 50% work is converted into heat, म्हणजे तुम्ही अनेक वेळा ऑब्झर्व केलेला असेल, एखादी वायर आपण काय केली, स्ट्रेच केली किंवा कॉम्प्रेस केली तर त्याचं टेम्परेचर वाढतंय. हे टेम्परेचर का वाढतंय, कारण एक्सटर्नल एजन्सीनं केलेलं वर्क डन एफ एल असतं आणि स्टोअर झालेली एनर्जी असते हाफ एफ एल. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ काय होणार आहे, सपोज एक्सटर्नल एजन्सीनं 100 जूल वर्क डन केलं तर त्याच्यामध्ये एनर्जी किती स्टोअर होणार आहे, 50 जूल एवढी एनर्जी स्टोअर होणार आणि बाकी 50 जूलचं काय होणार आहे, ते हीट मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन होणार आहे. सो दिस इज द टोटल वर्क डन बाय एक्सटर्नल एनर्जी, दॅट इज 100 जूल. त्याच्याला 50 जूल काय होणार आहे, स्ट्रेन एनर्जी मध्ये कन्वर्ट होणार आहे, स्ट्रेन एनर्जी, आणि बाकीचं 50 जूल काय होणार आहे, हीट मध्ये कन्वर्ट होणार आहे, अँड देअरफॉर इट गेट्स हीटेड. So therefore remember this, that whenever a wire is stretched, it gets heated. Temperature of that wire increases. Why does this happens? Due to this reason. Okay. पुन्हा एकदा रिपीट करतोय बघा. Whenever a wire is stretched, work done by the external machine or external person to stretch that wire will be F into L. Work done by external agency or work done by external person to stretch the wire will be F into L. Out of that FL, half FL is converted into strain energy. That is, half FL is stored in the wire in the form of strain energy. And what is happening to remaining half FL? That half FL is converted into the heat. And therefore, whenever any wire is stretched, okay, or whenever any rod is bended, its temperature increases. एक सिंपल एक्सपेरिमेंट तुम्ही करून बघा. एक मेटल वायर घ्यायची आणि ती रिपीटेडली ट्विस्ट करायची, बेंड करायची. माहिती आहे ना, रिपीटेडली बेंड कशासाठी, ते मधनं मोडण्यासाठी, ब्रेक करण्यासाठी रिपीटेड बेंडिंग करतोय, माहिती असेल तुम्हाला. तर रिपीटेड बेंडिंग करायचं आणि तिथं काय करायचं, जरा टच करून बघायचं, तिथलं टेम्परेचर वाढलेलं असते. यू कॅन डू दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट. जरा एक थोडीशी थिक, एकदम थिन घेऊ नका, थोडीशी थिक वायर घ्या, ओके, मेटलची, आणि त्याला रिपीटेड बेंडिंग करून बघा. ओके, यू कॅन एक्सपिरियन्स दिस. ओके, हीट इज प्रोड्युस्ड देअर. ओके, आणि हीट का प्रोड्यूस होते, ड्यू टू दिस रिझन. ओके, next concept, that is of energy density. Energy density. Okay, now we know that whenever a wire is stretched, some amount of energy is stored into that wire, which is called as strain energy. Okay, whenever a wire is stretched, some amount of energy is stored in that wire. Okay, the energy stored in the wire is called as strain energy, and that strain energy is given by formula half into force into elongation. You know this. Okay, so what is the energy density? Energy density is the energy stored per unit volume. Okay, or it is defined as strain energy stored per unit volume. Strain energy stored per unit volume is called as energy density. Is called as energy density. Okay, so this is the definition of energy density. Strain energy stored per unit volume in that wire. Okay, that is called as energy density. This energy density is denoted by letter small u. Okay, remember this. Strain energy is denoted by capital U, whereas energy density is denoted by small u. Okay, so here you can see the formula. Energy density small u is equal to strain energy, that is capital U, divided by the volume. Okay. Now let's find out this formula for energy density, other formula for energy density. That first formula, energy density U is equal to, that is energy, strain energy divided by volume, na? So what is the formula for strain energy? Strain energy is nothing but half into force into elongation. Okay, this is the numerator, divided by volume is nothing but area of cross section into length. Area of cross section into, it is not small l, it is capital L. Volume माहित है ना, wire is in cylindrical shape like this. Okay, if area of cross section of wire is A and total length is equal to capital L, so here volume will be, volume of wire will be equal to area of cross section into the length. Okay, so therefore here it is written that AL. So half into force into elongation, that is the strain energy, divided by volume is area of cross section into length. Now here what is happening, you can see half will remain as it is. We can write here force divided by area. Okay, we can write here, that is force divided by area into small l divided by capital L. Now here you can see half will remain as it is. What is the force divided by area? Force divided by area is nothing but stress. Force per unit area, that is the stress. And change in length upon original length. Small l is the elongation, na? That is change in length upon original length, that is the strain. Okay, so this is the basic formula for the energy density. This is a very important formula. So energy density U is equal to half into stress into strain. So this is the first formula that you are getting for the energy density. Half into stress into strain. Okay. Now second formula. I am going to derive the second formula now related to energy density. Also we know that Young's modulus is nothing but stress divided by the strain. Correct na? Young's modulus is nothing but longitudinal stress divided by longitudinal strain. Okay, in short, I'm writing here stress divided by strain. So from this, I can get that stress is equal to Y into strain. Okay, stress is equal to Y into strain. Now this stress can be placed into this first formula, and therefore we get one more formula of the energy density. U, small u is equal to half. Stress will be replaced by Y into strain. Okay, into strain as it is. So what will happen? This is the second formula for the energy density. Half into Y into strain, that is strain square. So this is the second formula for the energy density. Okay, and now the third formula. Okay, also same thing is there. Y is equal to stress divided by strain, that is longitudinal stress divided by longitudinal strain. Now from this formula we can get the formula for the strain. Therefore strain is equal to Y divided by this stress divided by the Y. Okay, strain will be equal to stress divided by Y, correct na? Because strain is taken to LHS, Y is taken to RHS. So strain is equal to stress divided by Y. Once again, this strain is to be replaced in the first formula. So what will happen here? So therefore, energy density U is equal to half will remain as it is. Stress will remain as it is. And we are going to replace strain. Strain is given by formula stress divided by Y. And therefore, final formula, that is one more formula for the energy density that we are getting is half into stress square divided by the y. So this is one more formula. So in this way, for energy density, there are total 3 formulae. Okay. First formula of the energy density is half into stress into strain. Okay. Half into stress into strain is the first formula. After that, half into y into strain square. And third is the half into stress square by y. Okay. So there are 3 formulae for the energy density. Okay. And according to the information given in the numerical, okay, according to information given in the numerical, you should use the suitable formula. So for example, if in a numerical the information of stress and strain is given, okay, if information of stress and strain is given in the question, then you are going to use the formula that is half is equal U is equal to half into stress into strain. If in another numerical information of strain and Young's modulus is given, you can use this second formula, that is half into Young's modulus into strain square. And in the numerical, if the information of stress and y is given, stress and Young's modulus is given, then you should use formula that is half into stress square divided by y. Half into stress square divided by y. So these are the 3 important formulae for the energy density. Half into stress into strain, half into y into strain square, or half into stress square by y. Okay. There can be one more formula, that is energy density in case of thermal expansion. Energy density in case of thermal expansion. म्हणजे एखाद्या सबस्टन्सचं टेम्परेचर जर वाढवलं तर त्याचं थर्मल एक्सपान्शन होणार आहे आणि त्याच्यामुळे देखील काय होते, त्या सबस्टन्समध्ये एनर्जी डेन्सिटी क्रिएट होऊ शकते. ओके. सो बेसिक फॉर्म्युला बघा. व्हॉट इज द बेसिक फॉर्म्युला फॉर एनर्जी डेन्सिटी? बेसिक फॉर्म्युला इज हाफ इंटू स्ट्रेस इंटू स्ट्रेन. करेक्ट ना? याच्यामध्येच फक्त मी मॉडिफिकेशन करणार आहे. हाफ इंटू स्ट्रेस इंटू स्ट्रेन. सो दिस इज द बेसिक फॉर्म्युला. याच्यामध्ये काय करणार आहे, ऑलरेडी वी हॅव स्टडीड द फॉर्म्युला फॉर थर्मल स्ट्रेस अँड थर्मल स्ट्रेन. तेवढेच व्हॅल्यू फक्त मी प्लेस करणार आहे. करेक्ट ना? सो हाफ. Okay, try to remember the formula for thermal stress. Formula for thermal stress was y alpha delta theta. Correct ना? हे फॉर्म्युले पाठ व्हायला पाहिजेत आतापर्यंत. थर्मल स्ट्रेसचा फॉर्म्युला होता y अल्फा डेल्टा थीटा अँड स्ट्रेनचा फॉर्म्युला होता अल्फा इंटू डेल्टा थीटा. ओके. हे प्रिव्हियसली आपण ऑलरेडी स्टडी केलेला आहे. थर्मल स्ट्रेस इज गिवन बाय फॉर्म्युला हाफ अल्फा डेल्टा थीटा. ओके. अँड स्ट्रेन इज गिवन बाय फॉर्म्युला that is alpha into delta theta. So energy density when the substance is expanded due to the temperature. Okay, in that case energy density is given by formula half y alpha square into delta theta square. Okay, here alpha is the temperature coefficient of linear expansion and delta theta is the rise in temperature or the change in temperature. Okay. There is one doubt related to the force constant and interatomic spacing. Okay. आता हे एक वेगळ्या टाइपचा क्वेश्चन आहे. हा क्वेश्चन कसा सॉल्व्ह करायचा बघा. In this question, it is given that the interatomic spacing in steel wire is, interatomic spacing is nothing but distance between two atoms. And this distance is given as 2.8 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter. And Young's modulus of the steel is given as 2 into 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. Then force constant is, okay. Now you should remember this formula, that force constant is given by formula force constant, that is K is equal to Y into interatomic spacing. Okay, so this is one more formula, Y into interatomic spacing. So therefore K is equal to, this is only simple formula for the force constant, that is Young's modulus into spacing between the two atoms, which is called as interatomic spacing. So Young's modulus here is 2 into 10 raised to 11 into interatomic spacing is 2.8 into 10 raised to minus 10. So therefore value of K is coming to be 2 into 2.8, that is equal to 5.6. 10 raised to 11 into 10 raised to minus 10, that is equal to 10 raised to 1. And therefore K is equal to 56 Newton per meter is the unit. Okay. So in this way you can do the calculation. So answer is second. There is one more doubt. A ball falling in a lake of 200-meter depth shows 0.1% decrease in volume. So in this problem, decrease in volume is given, that is dphi divided by phi, that is given. Dphi divided by phi is 0.1 divided by 100. Dphi by phi you can write, or otherwise it can be written as a delta phi by v. Okay. So change in volume upon original volume. It is given as 0.1%. 0.1% means 0.1 divided by 100. Okay. After that, the ball is falling to the depth of 200 meter. आता हे मी तुम्हाला सांगितलंय की वॉटर सरफेस पासून आपण जसं खाली जाऊ. Okay. What happens due to that? Pressure continuously increases. Okay. So what is the pressure at depth D? You should know this formula, that is rho into G into D. So this is the pressure at depth D from the surface of water. High formula, it is from topic fluid mechanics. You should remember this formula. Okay, लक्षात ठेवायला सोपा आहे. Okay, so here P or delta P will be given by formula rho into G into D. Now here bulk modulus is to be calculated. You know that formula delta P by K is equal to delta phi by phi is there. Correct na? So therefore this bulk modulus K is equal to, bulk modulus K will be equal to delta P divided by delta P. Okay. It is delta P into phi divided by delta phi. Okay. So delta phi by phi, this value is coming to be, that is 1 divided by 1000. Na? 1 divided by 1000, because decimal point is shifted, or numerator and denominator are multiplied by 10. So 0.1 by 100 is equal to 1 divided by 1000. So this is delta phi by phi. So delta P is nothing but rho into G into D into phi divided by delta phi. And therefore K is equal to, what is the density of water? You should know this, 1000 kg per meter cube. Value of G 9.8. Depth is 200 meter. And delta phi by phi is 1 by 1000. So phi by delta phi will be equal to 1000. It is reciprocal ना directly. कारण इथं delta phi by phi दिलाय आणि इथं phi by delta phi आहे. And this total calculation is required to be done now. Okay, so that is the bulk modulus. So bulk modulus is equal to, is 9.8 into 2, that is 19.6 na. 19.6, 9.8 into 2, 19.6. And now the power of 10, here 3 zeros are there. 2 zeros, 3 plus 2, 5 0, 5 plus 3, 8 zeros are there. So into 10 raised to 8 Newton per meter square. So therefore answer will be 19.6 into 10 raised to 8 Newton per meter square. Now the next formula, next we are going to solve some numerical problems, okay, related to the energy stored or the work done. Now what is the question here? Calculate work done in stretching a steel wire of Young's modulus. Now here information is given related to the Young's modulus, that is 2 into 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. To original length is given, it is given as 200 centimeter, that is 2 meter. Okay, 2 meter. After that, next, area of cross section is given. Area of cross section is 0.06 centimeter square. Okay, so this information is given. Young's modulus 2 into 10 raised to 11, length is 200 centimeter, area of cross section is 0.06 centimeter square. Okay, slowly applied without elastic limit being reached. Okay, so in this case, work done is to be calculated. Here one more information given, stretching force is given also. Okay, stretching force, which is given in bracket, it is equal to 400 Newton is the stretching force. Okay, now here we can use the formula, that is work done is equal to half into force into elongation. Now elongation is not given here, so but elongation can be calculated by using the formula play, that is FL upon AY, correct na? Elongation is given by formula FL upon AY. So final formula will be half into F square into capital L upon AY. Okay, AY. So I'm going to place here values only. F square is nothing but 400 square. Original length is given as 2 meter divided by area of cross section is 0.06 centimeter square. So it is 0.06 centimeter square means 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. Into Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 11. Okay. So this calculation is required to be done. Here 2 and 2 get cancelled. 400 square is equal to 16, and after that 4 zeros will be there, 16 and after that 4 zeros, and at the denominator 0.06 into 2, that is 0.12, okay, into 10 to the power, that is equal to 10 raised to 7. Okay, I'm going to divide or I'm going to write here like this, 16 into 10 raised to 16 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 12 into 10 raised to 5. I can write this, correct now? 0.12 means 12 into 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 2 and 10 raised to 7, that is 10 raised to 5. I can divide this by 4. 4 4s are 16, 4 3s are 12, 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 is nothing but 1.33 into 10 to the power minus 1. So answer will be 0.133 Newton, sorry, Joule. 1.33, okay, Joule will be the answer. 0.133. 0.133 will be the answer because it is 4 by 3 coming now. So in this way there will be calculation. Next question. A steel wire 4 meter in length is stretched through 2 millimeter. So let's write the given information. Steel wire 4 meter in length. So capital L will be equal to 4 meter. Stretched through 2 mm means elongation is given. That is 2 millimeter. That is 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Okay. The cross-sectional area of wire. Cross-sectional area is also given. A is equal to 2 mm square. 2 mm square means 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter square. So you should know this conversion factor, that is mm square is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 meter square. Okay, if Young's modulus is also given, it is 2 into 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. Find the energy density. Okay, so first of all, energy density is to be calculated. Now, energy density U is equal to half into stress into strain. So this is the formula for energy density, na? Energy density half into stress into strain. Okay. Energy density. So half into now first formula is half into stress into strain. Second formula is half into stress square divided by y. And third formula is half into strain square into y. Strain square into y. So this is the third formula. Now, first formula cannot be used because to calculate stress force is required. So therefore, it is not required to use. Second formula, in second formula also stress is required, so we are not going to use that formula also. We are going to use the third formula because we can calculate the strain. Strain is nothing but small l by capital L, that can be calculated, and Young's modulus is given. So therefore I am going to use this third formula. Half into strain square is nothing but small l by capital L bracket square into Young's modulus. Okay, so half into small l by capital L, how much it is? 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by total length is 4 meter bracket square into Young's modulus, that is 2 into 10 raised to 11. Okay, so therefore energy density will be equal to half will remain as it is into 2 divided by 4, that is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, and square of this, that is 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 2 square will be 1 by 4 into 10 raised to minus 3 square will be 10 raised to minus 6. Correct now? 10 raised to minus 3 square, that is 10 raised to minus 6 into 2 into 10 raised to 11. Here once again 2 and 2 are getting cancelled, and therefore 1 by 4 means 0.25. Okay, into 10 raised to 5 minus 6 and 11, that is 10 raised to 5. Okay, joule per meter cube will be the unit because it is energy which is in joule per unit volume, which will be in meter cube. So joule per meter cube, that is the energy density, 0.25 into 10 raised to 5. Okay, so this is the energy density. Next, second, elastic potential energy stored in the wire. Okay, energy stored in wire. Energy stored in wire, that is capital U is equal to half into force into elongation. Okay, energy stored in the wire is given by formula half into force into elongation. This formula is to be used, but here once again force is not given now, so therefore force is required to be replaced. And what is the formula for the stretching force? L divided by L. You know this formula. Okay, so therefore here we can write half into YA small l square divided by capital L. Now I'm going to place all the values. Half Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 11. Area of cross section is 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. Okay, small l square will be equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 6. Okay, and after that capital L is equal to 4. So here what is happening? Here 2 and this 2 get cancelled, 4 and this 4 get cancelled. Okay, so what is remaining in the calculation? That is energy stored in the wire, that is equal to only 2 is remaining here, and power of 10. That is 10 raised to 11, 10 raised to minus 6, 10 raised to minus 6. Total is 10 raised to minus 1. So that is 0.2 joule will be the energy stored.